flat irons and other such strong resentments, they were now the happiest and affectionatest couple upon earth, as could be proved any day on application at Golden Lion Court, number 27, second bell handle on the right-hand doorpost. After glancing at herself as a comparatively worthless vessel, but still as one of some desert, she besought her to bear in mind that her aforesaid dear and only mother was of a weakly constitution and excitable temperament, who had constantly to sustain afflictions in domestic life, compared with which thieves and robbers were as nothing, and yet never sunk down or gave way to despair or wrath, but, in prize-fighting phraseology, always came up to time with a cheerful countenance, and went in to win as if nothing had happened. When Miggs finished her solo, her mistress struck in again, and the two together performed a duet to the same purpose, the burden being that Mrs Varden was persecuted perfection, and Mr Varden, as the representative of mankind in that apartment, a creature of vicious and brutal habits, utterly insensible to the blessings he enjoyed. Of so refined a character indeed was their talent of assault under the mask of sympathy, that when Dolly, recovering, embraced her father tenderly as in vindication of his goodness, Mrs Varden expressed her solemn hope that this would be a lesson to him for the remainder of his life, and that he would do some little justice to a woman's nature ever afterwards, in which aspiration Miss Miggs, by divers sniffs and coughs, more significant than the longest oration, expressed her entire concurrence. But the great joy of Miggs's heart was, that she not only picked up a full account of what had happened, but had the exquisite delight of conveying it to Mr Tappertit for his jealousy and torture. For that gentleman, on account of Dolly's indisposition, had been requested to take his supper in the workshop, and it was conveyed thither by Miss Miggs's own fair hands.
"Oh, Simmun," said the young lady, "such goings on to-day! Oh, gracious me, Simmun!"
Mr Tappertit, who was not in the best of humours, and who disliked Miss Miggs more when she laid her hand on her heart and panted for breath, than at any other time, as her deficiency of outline was most apparent under such circumstances, eyed her over in his loftiest style, and deigned to express no curiosity whatever.
"I never heard the like, nor nobody else," pursued Miggs. "The idea of interfering with her! What people can see in her to make it worth their while to do so, that's the joke."
Finding there was a lady in the case, Mr Tappertit haughtily requested his fair friend to be more explicit, and demanded to know what she meant by her.
"Why, that Dolly," said Miggs, with an extremely sharp emphasis on the name. "But, oh, upon my word and honour, young Joseph Willet is a brave one, and he do deserve her, that he do."
"Woman,"
said Mr Tappertit, jumping off the counter on which he was seated,
"beware!"
"My stars, Simmun!"
cried Miggs, in affected astonishment.
"You frightened me to death. What's the matter?"
"There are strings,"
said Mr Tappertit, flourishing his bread and cheese knife in the air,
"in the human heart that had better not be vibrated. That's what's the matter."
"Oh, very well, if you're in a huff,"
cried Miggs, turning away.
"Huff or no huff,"
said Mr Tappertit, detaining her by the wrist,
"what do you mean, Jezebel? What were you going to say? Answer me."
Notwithstanding this uncivil exhortation, Miggs gladly did as she was required, and told him how that their young mistress, being alone in the meadows after dark, had been attacked by 3 or 4 tall men, who would have certainly borne her away, and perhaps murdered her, but for the timely arrival of Joseph Willet, who with his own single hand put them all to flight, and rescued her, to the lasting admiration of his fellow creatures generally, and to the eternal love and gratitude of Dolly Varden.
"Very good,"
said Mr Tappertit, fetching a long breath when the tale was told, and rubbing his hair up till it stood stiff and straight on end all over his head.
"His days are numbered."
"Oh, Simmun!"
"I tell you," said the 'prentice, "his days are numbered. Leave me. Get along with you."
Miggs departed at his bidding, but less because of his bidding than because she desired to chuckle in secret. when she had given vent to her satisfaction, she returned to the parlour, where the locksmith, stimulated by quietness and Toby, had become talkative, and was disposed to take a cheerful review of the occurrences of the day. But Mrs Varden, whose practical religion, as is not uncommon, was usually of the retrospective order, cut him short by declaiming on the sinfulness of such junketings, and holding that it was high time to go to bed. To bed, therefore, she withdrew, with an aspect as grim and gloomy as that of the Maypole's own state couch, and to bed the rest of the establishment soon afterwards repaired. Chapter 22.